Hello everyone, I'm Chrissy and today I'm going to be going over a beginner's guide to Microsoft OneNote. I'm going to go over some of the very basic features of OneNote, how you can use it, how I really love to use it, and some really awesome tips and tricks that you can take advantage of. All right, so let's go ahead and dive right into OneNote. If you've never seen OneNote before, but you're familiar with other Microsoft Office tools like Word or Excel, this might look pretty familiar to you. It's part of Microsoft's standard Office package. So if you have access to those through your work or your school, you'll also have access to OneNote. All right, so I'll go ahead and orient you to some of the really important parts of the screen here. If you look all the way up in the left-hand corner where it says using OneNote, this is where you can access your notebooks. So if you click the down arrow, you can see that I have 3 notebooks open here. And I really like to use different notebooks for different parts of my life documentation. So for example, I have one for my University of Florida classes where I'll document my notes on the different courses that I'm taking. I also have one here for my work where I can take meeting notes and share meeting agendas with others. And then I also have a notebook here called Using OneNote, where I have my tips on how to use OneNote effectively, some awesome tips and tricks there. And these are all shell notebooks, so I actually don't have many notes in them. This is just an example of how you can use OneNote. But yeah, move forward to the second part here. These are called sections, and you can have different sections for pretty much anything you want. I like to break it up onto, for example, if I'm doing school, I might have one notebook that's called University of Florida, and that organizes all of my courses. So I'd have one class in each section. You can organize it however you like, but I find that to be very effective. And then over here on the right-hand side of the screen is the add page area. So these are all the pages. This is on each page, you can type whatever notes you want. It's pretty much a free-form note-taking. I can add a new text box over here and take notes. I can size a text box to whatever size I want. So it's very flexible. You can insert images, you can insert videos, you can insert a spreadsheet, a Word document. So there's a lot of flexibility in what you can do here. And another awesome part about the add pages or page section is you can organize these into subcategories. So something that I really enjoyed doing with meeting notes in my job was to put, for example, 2021, and I'd have weekly meetings. So each date that I would have a meeting, I would label it, the date and then so on. So you could go back to say, hey, what did we talk about 2 weeks ago? And you just find that date, click on it, and you'd see all the notes there. All right, so that's pretty much the highlight on notebooks, sections, pages, and then subpages there. You can easily switch between notebooks at any time, like I showed you earlier. So right now we're in the using OneNote, but you can switch into University of Florida, you can switch into the business notebook, and you can open and close notebooks as you need. Another great thing about OneNote is you can search the notebook using the search box here, and you can search a term. So if I wanted to search microbiome, that'll search all the notebooks that I have open. You can also choose to just search this specific page, or you can search a specific notebook or folder. So there's a lot of flexibility there, but this is super awesome if you have tons and tons of notes and you just need to get down to one specific phrase. All right, so that's a meat and potatoes of OneNote. Those are the major features of it. I'm gonna jump into some of my favorite tips and tricks now. So as you may have noticed, OneNote is pretty boring off just the main page. It's just a white screen. You can add text boxes anywhere, which is pretty awesome. But OneNote has tons of templates that you can import that really bring OneNote to the next level. So you can get to those templates by clicking on the Insert tab here and then clicking Page Templates. These are the ones that I recently looked at, but you can choose Page Templates down here. Oh, looks like that closed it for me. Choose Page Templates down here, and that will open up the template screen. So they have it categorized into different categories. So I'll start with academic. These are really awesome for taking lecture notes. So you can see it brings in kind of a fun background. You can put things like today's topics, announcements, homework. lecture topics, summaries, study questions, things like that. And you can just click them, choose which one you like, and then move forward with it. There's also some really awesome ones for meeting notes if you're working full time and you have to share a meeting agenda and take notes during the call. OneNote is a super awesome tool for that, and they have some really awesome meeting note templates here. And then there's things like decorative, planner, to-do list, prioritize to-do list. So those are awesome things to check out. All right, so let me go back to my tips and tricks screen. And I will go ahead and now move to using to-do boxes. So to-do boxes is this little box you can see here. You can check it, you can uncheck it. And if you've ever used Microsoft To-Do or Microsoft Outlook, you'll know that there's a little to-do activity within Outlook that shows you everything you've marked it as a task. This also integrates with both of those features. So as long as you use the same Microsoft account with Outlook and the to-do application, those to-do tasks will show up there. So all you have to do to get the box to show up is to do Control and the number 1, and you can add it, you can toggle it, and you can remove it, all with the same function. All right, so moving on to my next tip and trick is ink to text. This is a super awesome feature if you have a touchscreen computer or if you're taking notes on a tablet. You can actually go to the Draw tab here and choose a pen. And you can either draw with touch, which you'll see as an option here, or you can just use your mouse for it. I have Draw to Touch turned on because I really like to use my pen to take notes on the computer. But I'll go ahead and just write hello. And you'll see you can highlight the words that you've written and you can do ink to text. So this will actually take anything you've written with a stylus or with your finger on a touchscreen and turn it into actual type. This is really cool if you're the type that likes to take written notes, but you also want the really clean, neat font when you're done with it at the end of the day. All right. Then you can also go a step further with the ink to text by using guidelines feature. So this is under the view section. You can actually add rule lines and you can choose how wide you want them to be. So if you're using a stylus, it kind of guides your handwriting so you're not getting too messy or disorganized while you're taking the notes. So you can turn those on or off as you like. And then the last one that I want to go over today is a feature that I really like if I have tons of pages and notes going on. You can link to another page in your notebook. So you can just highlight the text and add a hyperlink like you would in any other Microsoft application. And you can see all of your notebooks that you have open here. And you can actually choose a specific page that you want to link to. For example, if you just want to mention a quick blurb about something that you've already taken notes on, but you want to link it to the more nitty-gritty details, you can do that. And then by clicking that link, it'll actually jump you into that specific page. All right, so those are just the highlights that I wanted to go over today. There's tons and tons of really awesome OneNote features, and it's really upped my note-taking game. So I definitely recommend giving it a try. If you're looking for more features, check out Microsoft's website. They have a blog that goes over tips and tricks and really awesome how-to videos. All right, thank you so much for watching.